Welcome back to Silksong. I'm Akanar, and this is day 11 of our Steel Soul adventure. We are back live after a brief interruption to the tentative stream schedule. I haven't technically actually made this official anywhere, but our tentative Monday, Friday stream schedule did get a little bit interrupted this week because of various reasons. The main one of which was the World Cup match that I wanted to see involving the U.S. national team on Monday. So that took a little bit of precedence. And then I was thinking maybe I would move that Monday stream to Tuesday, and other stuff came up. So it's been a little bit of a hectic week, but we're back here. It's Friday, and I am ready to play some Silksong. We're going to get started on the practice file. We are going to do some Chef Legoli practice, because one of the next big things that we're going to be going for on the main file, or the Steel Soul file, is the next Pale Oil quest. We have to collect a bunch of stuff to get our needle upgrade, and probably the most dangerous part of that is going to be taking on Chef Legoli. So we're going to start with some Chef Legoli attempts, because I have not been practicing or playing Silksong since last stream. And I need the practice. So some of this normal off-camera practice that I would be doing, we're doing it live today. So you all can get to see me do a little bit of suffering derusting against one of the wonderful Hollow Knight Silksong bosses. So let's see who is in chat. We've got Riley in. Welcome in, Riley. Good to see your wonderful name in chat. And Kat Mitri is here as well. Good to see your wonderful name in chat. How are you both today? We've got Bilbino here. Friend, always good to have you join us for a live stream, and DNA as well. Stream Hypers, let's go. How are we all today? Good time zone to everyone. Riley says, so devastated by that World Cup loss that you were inconsolable. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I couldn't sleep or anything. Nothing could. Honestly, I'm always expecting my national soccer team to get knocked out. I'm surprised they made it as far as they did. But it seems like anytime they go up against any sort of, European team or stiffer competition, well, they just didn't look ready for the moment, if I'm being honest. They did not look ready. The moment looked too big for them. And it is what it is. Sports. So we move on with things. And I do have a question, Riley, before I forget. We're trying to get this interaction with Garmond and Zaza. Is it true? We're trying to find them, I think, another place in the Citadel. Is it true, I believe it's true, that they show up at certain preset locations? I would love it if that is the case, because then maybe you can give me, or anybody else in chat, can give me some direction to where to look in the Citadel to try to track down Garmond and Zaza. I would like, if that's possible, if we know whether or not that is a thing, when we do switch over to the Steel Soul file, I'd like to track those friends of ours down. That is true, okay. But I think there is a decent chance the interaction may be accessible if you just revisit that room now that you've opened the shortcut. Okay, well, that will be the first thing that we end up checking. We will do that. Cool. Bill asks, do you watch hockey at all, Akanar? I do. I do enjoy a lot of hockey. I've been a Sharks fan for a number of years, living in being from Northern California. So the San Jose Sharks have been so much fun to watch throughout the years, and now after a brief melees that they've been going through, they are once again looking like a fun team, because they have a really, really, really good player who does some amazing things with that hockey puck. So yes, the answer is yes. So here on the practice file, which I do have it on screen, I believe, we're in practice mode here. And so I don't quite have I have more tools at my disposal than I have on the Steel Soul file. So we're going to try to limit ourselves to tools that are obviously ones that I could use on the Steel Soul file. So I'm open to recommendations, but I think probably what I had done when I first was practicing Chef Lagoli back a few months ago, and I had this checkpoint that I had saved, I was thinking of doing this polyp pouch build with Architect's Crest and just going absolutely ham with damage-oriented tools. But now that I know the damage output from the polyp pouch and how kind of unimpressive it is, I think we're going to change that plan and steer more into a, like, Plasmium File type build. Maybe put Plasmium File up at the top. And then instead of the polyp pouch, we go with Injector Band, perhaps. But I do like the idea of having the Quick Sling on there as well. The thing is, we're going to be trying to, if we are using the Architect's Crest, which that is also something I'm open for suggestions. If you all think there's a better, if there's a Silk skill here that might be better used against Chef Lagoli, Threadstorm maybe could have some utility if it blocks the gunk that the chef throws at us. But I kind of like the idea of just going, unleashing the tacks and the threefold pins, and then reloading. What do y'all think? Ah, you are a Leafs fan, Bilbino. So there's a bit of heartache. There's a bit of heartache there with their results over the years. They have a lot more history than the Sharks. But they're trying to make things happen, but have met some roadblocks in their recent playoff opportunities. What for our yellow tools? I think we're going to practice without the dice. We're going to practice without dice. So let's try without the dice. Do I want Weighted Belt? Does Weighted Belt help me in this fight? I don't know. I don't know. I think I'm probably just practicing without anything but the Ascendance Grip. The Ascendance Grip probably makes sense to have. And, of course, we have to have Wreath of Purity. That's a no-brainer. Auto include for this fight. Like, could it be better to do something like the Long Pin? Or maybe Pin Pillow? Just a higher damage option. Like I said, we don't have too many options when it comes to the Steel Soul file as of yet. We could spend some time collecting some red tools that we think could be more useful. Maybe we should try Pimpillo, because Chef Lagoli is big, a big target that could be. That maybe let's try. Maybe let's give that a shot. Let's give that a shot here, and I will go ahead and I'm gonna rest, and then that's gonna be my new checkpoint. Let me go ahead and quickly tab out and make that a new checkpoint here for Chef Lagoli that we can reload as needed, and it'll be at the right spot in my folder directory, my directory structure here. Before Chef Lagoli. Let's do that. Okay. All right. So let's get back into this in just a moment, after I catch up with chat. If that doesn't work, then I can give you their other locations. Yeah, we'll definitely give that first place a look. I hope that is the. That would be so nice to just knock that out of the way without too much wandering the halls, wandering the coral chambers. Long flat hallways is where they often appear. We did find them there in the first location. That does sound about right. Is it random? Or do we know, is it just you go to one of these locations and they will show up if they're supposed to be there? This fight is just about getting the positioning consistent, so you're going under the muck balls to hit him and avoiding the butt slam. Right. Definitely spicy to be doing it on Steel Soul without Wreath for safety. But we are going to get Wreath. We're not doing this fight immediately, Riley. We're doing practice at the start of the stream, but then we're not jumping into the Lagoli fight right away. I just wanted to do a practice session here, a few rounds. We will be getting Wreath first, yes. So this is just a set of practice rounds because I haven't done any practice at all off camera. I have not played Silksong since our last stream. And so that's what I need to do, is get some practice in. And then we'll have some fun on the Steel Soul file doing other stuff. And maybe we'll get to Chef Lagoli today, maybe not, but I at least want some practice today. Fromin, welcome in. It has been a little while, but we're back live and it's good to see you. Welcome in. Let's see. So yeah, I think this file has, I think this file has the door open. If I saved this checkpoint, then I don't think I need to. I think this door should already be, never mind. Never mind. Okay, so we actually need to open this door so that this is actually a true practice file. Hold on. Hold on. We've got a little bit of work to do. I did not save a very convenient checkpoint when I did this way back when. Let's fix this. Let's get this straightened away. Have I fought Lagoli in my other casual run? No. I haven't done any Lagoli attempts, I think, since this checkpoint was saved back in April. So this fight is very rusty for me. Incredibly rusty. and I wanted that since I have had so much off-camera practice with other parts of this run. I wanted us to have at least one boss where I'm doing a complete derust on camera for you all, because I don't want things to be completely like, oh, he's doing all this practice off camera and then just comes in and one-shots the Steel Soul boss. I want there to be a little bit of a drama, right? A little bit of a build-up to show that, you know, there's a little bit of pain in this process, if that makes any sense. And also to get some insight from you all as to what is the best way to approach the fight, or what tools you like to go with. I'm going to do another, create another checkpoint here now that I've opened up that door. Just be a little bit... Oh, crap. Can I do... Oh, maybe I can do this, actually. Will it let me do this? I think it will, actually. And then, if I wanted to, I could sit... Because it'll write this again once I... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, that's fine. Cool. Now we got it. Now we got it. So then, the way that we are going to... I have to remind myself, because this is not something I'm very practiced with yet. It's up and B. Okay, the craft bind is up and B. This is muscle memory that I don't have yet. This is another reason we're doing this. If I'm going to be utilizing the craft bind, it's up and B. I'm sure I'm going to screw that up somehow, but that's why we practice. You think Sting Shards were your tool of choice for this? My concern with Sting Shards is the fact that they break from enemy projectiles, right? And I'm thinking the crap that he throws around the room is gonna break my Sting Shards. But I suppose you can offset that by just throwing the Sting Shards directly into him, right? If you know where he's coming out of the water or the floor, then you can get him almost a full hit with the Sting Shard. So that's not a bad call. That could be up for consideration. Oh no, I'm not that much of a footballer, Fromin. My rooting interest is not that deep with the U.S. team. I'm a very casual soccer fan that just watches when the World Cup comes around and has some fun with it, and I'll happily watch the recording later to see what happens with those two teams today. Have you played the Witcher series, Akinar? The new one coming out is going to be good, I think, after what the studio has done with Cyberpunk. Oh, those are the same people? I don't think I knew that. And I didn't know there was a new Witcher coming out. I have not played any of the Witcher games, and it probably won't be for a while before I play any of the Witcher games, but I did add The Witcher 3 to my backlog because it was on 90% off on Steam. And I couldn't resist. I was like, okay, I'll pick it up, and maybe like 5 years from now when I'm a little bit more through the backlog, maybe we'll consider playing some Witcher 3. Who knows? Supposedly it's one of the best RPGs ever, and I'm probably never going to find time for it, but it was freaking $4, so, you know, what's the big loss? Yeah. So they do the same. I didn't realize that was the same company that made Cyberpunk. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and do some attempts. Oh no! Aww. Well, there's a disappointment. This is the first time that I've tested this interaction, and it does not work. Shit. It says doubles the number of tools thrown. Damn it. That doesn't include Plasmium File, because I guess you're not throwing a tool. Crap. So I suppose that doesn't count for other things, like maybe Delver's Drill. Anything that's not a thrown tool is not going to get a double. Ooh. Okay. Can I spam this? There's some serious input lag with Lifeblood masks. So you're best off just, you know, using them all at the start of the fight probably. But then when it comes to refilling during the fight, you're not gonna be able to spam the Lifeblood masks as much as I was hoping we would with the quick sling. So, Okay, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. At least we get double tacks. Man, that has a long reach. He has a much longer reach than I realized. Immediately hit by Gunk. He's really not taking a ton of attack damage, is he? It's really not. Oh, you can hit those, of course. Of course you can hit those. Oh, you dive to the middle. You dive to the middle. My favorite, the laugh. Yeah, doing a single heal, I've also like lost my Read of Purity. A single heal with the Lifeblood masks is so not exciting, is it? Because you're spending all your time thinking. You're spending all your time thinking about like the opening to apply a mask when you really should just be throwing grenades and hitting the boss. Which is kind of why I was so into, the idea of like triple tools and just going ham. Because I am not practiced on this, right? I'm not practiced on sitting there. It takes so much time to give yourself a single mask. And my whole plan was to do like quick sling to get double masks. I'm not sure this is a good plan. We still ended up winning, by the way. We still ended up winning because I think double grenades is actually not bad. But I'm just wondering, should we even care? The 6 lifeblood masks at the beginning, or whatever number we're going to get on the Steel Soul file, is good. So it's not nothing, right? Even if you never get to refill the lifeblood during the battle, it's still good. And we were doing reasonable damage there. I'm not sure about the tax. Maybe the Sting Shards... the tax are just so no-nonsense, right? You just throw them down and you forget about them. And he was definitely still hitting the tax. Try spamming. You can backtrack and get Silk to spam if you want. Oh, are you saying... Oh, okay. I think I know what you're saying. I'm just going to do a quick Alt F4 here to hopefully reload the save file. If it, unless it already saved. Did it already saved? I think it's going back to before the fight. So let's reload that. Reload that checkpoint. I see that. Okay, good call, chat. This is why chat is here. Fromin is confirming what DNA is saying. The recommendation is to spam the lifeblood, the plasmium, and then refill before the fight. Before the fight, of course, because you can just go out and hit that little rat outside. Of course. Got it. You guys are genius. If that's the case, then this fight should be very straightforward. Because then I don't have to think at all about refilling or healing during the fight. I just spam grenades and tax and we're good to go. How did I not think of that myself? Good call. So, with that being said, let's not practice that here on this file. Let's still try to practice without lifeblood masks. We know we can get lifeblood masks on Steel Soul for that safety barrier or safety margin, but let's try to practice without. And let's, you know, it's sort of like you go to the Hall of Gods and you practice on Ascended instead of Attuned, because then you're that much less likely to die. You're practicing with the weight on the bat. You're giving yourself an extra handicap to make yourself better at the fight and not rely purely on lifeblood to get you out of the situation. He hangs in the air a bit, so a well-timed shard will usually get multiple hits. I could see it. I could see it. Do I like that better? It's just, it's so hard to get Pimpillo, at least in my mind. There's so many bosses that are harder to hit with Pimpillo. And this one feels so much easier because of how big it is. How big of a boss that you're dealing with. Craft Mine stealing all that silk as well doesn't feel worth it for this fight. Because we don't really need the tool refill, do we? We can just unload our first round of tools. We do the craft binding for the plasmium on Steel Soul, but then just unload with what you've got, and that should be enough. The first round. And use the rest for healing if you need it. The thing is, we might have so many lifeblood masks that we might just go ahead and do a craft bind anyways. Okay. That's not what I meant to do. I meant to do grenades. I just pressed the wrong button. Press the wrong button. What was that? Did that... Did Lagoli just bug out? What the hell was that? I've never seen that before. It like flew through the wall. What the actual hell was that? I'm so like, what the hell? What in the hell was going on there? If I'm doing this with absolutely zero lifeblood, I definitely need a lot of practice. He saw the bug. Oh my god. Bro just got the zoomies. What in the hell? That's crazy. Holy crap. It is a bug. That team, yeah, but yeah, the classic, it's a bug in a bug game. That Team Cherry supposedly fixed. Oh my god, I think I'm on the latest version here. Not fixed. Not fixed. What the heck? Lagoli psyched out Akinar. Indeed, Mabian. Welcome in, my friend. Happy Friday. Good to see you. That's definitely, that was the problem with that fight. That was definitely the problem there. Not that I was lacking dodge capabilities. I guess it's just as easy as running underneath them, basically. Bait out their attack that way, and then you can follow up with the... Yeah, that's all it is, right? I did it again. Like, I have some Oh, that's not good. Don't miss with your grenades. If you're only gonna use one round of grenades, then look at me miss both. I said, oh yeah, this boss is much easier to hit. Much easier to hit with the grenades. Proceeds to completely miss the boss. I do like that our charged needle strike does pretty well in hitting the little goop balls. Shit. Shit. God damn it. God damn it. Still a pretty sloppy attempt, but there's not that much health there. This really should not be that bad of a boss. Although I'm starting to wonder if maybe I do want to get Sting Shards, because the Pimpillos are cool, but they're really low capacity. They are such low, there's so few of them. We are going to get more on Steel Soul because we have our Shell Satchel. We're going to do one more attempt here. One more Lagoli. And yeah. That'll do it for our little practice session here to start the day. Don't miss with your grenades. Immediately misses. Oh, yeah. Maxed out Pimpillo does 51 damage, so hitting them both is 102 damage. What is... This is I think, an okay question to ask at this point. How much health does Lagoli have? I don't necessarily want to know this for every single boss, but in this case, I will ask. Do we, if you know. You don't have to look it up. But if you know, I'm curious, how much health does Legoli have? I like the Needle Strike. The one thing I love about the Architect's Crest is the Needle Strike. And so it just feels so good. Supposedly there was an interaction with the Flint Slate that got nerfed. Apparently Flint Slate plus Architect's Crest was too strong. I heard that, or I read that they nerfed this. So I don't know if we should be trying Flint Slate. It still might be a potent enough combination. But I am a little wary of anything that I have to... a temporary buff that I have to reapply and then it's going to wear off. I'm just a little wary about those sorts of effects. Similar to having to reapply Lifeblood during the course of a fight. I'm not sure if my playstyle would go well with Flint Slate. 600. Okay. So all you need is oh no, okay. Yeah, 2 grenade hits is 102. So that's half his health if you hit him with 6 grenades. Maybe we should do grenades and sting shards actually. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to quit to menu. And we're going to do sting shards instead because the attacks are just he's going over them, right? The attacks are not doing it on this fight. We can do a lot better with sting shards, I think. If we are positioning them correctly. And it's a nice one to have with the quick sling, I think. So let's do that instead of... Maybe I will do... I'll do sting shards down here. I'll make that the down attack. Let's see how that feels. Your shirt today is pretty much the same shade as Hornet's dress. I'm sure I'm not the first person to say that. Joe, think again. You are literally the first person to have ever said that. How are you doing, friend? Happy Friday. Something I had not thought about, but I guess I'm color coordinating with Hornet, guys. Who knew? The charge strike of Architect with Flint Slate was very, very strong. Like, one-shotting the Grand Reed strong, so they nerfed it. God damn, one-shotting a Grand Reed? Oh my god. As long as you max Plasmium File with a refill before the fight, all should be good for Steel Soul. That's what it feels like for Ramen. These practice runs, it's not that crazy of a boss. I like to be safe. That's all. I like to be safe. So, it's feeling like we're gonna be more than good in this scenario, so... Should be just fine. Just fine. Do I even use my... I'm gonna save my stink shards. I'm gonna save my stink shards for the second phase. Because these guys are... The first set of guys are so easy here. Trying to bait them so I can get a needle strike. Oh. I keep pressing up. I have some serious muscle memory that my pillows are on up RB. So I keep doing that. I keep doing it. And that's why I keep using a Lifeblood. There we go. It did it again. What the fuck? Ha ha ha, I can fly off the screen just randomly. Ha ha ha, didn't you know? Didn't you know? Holy shit, dude. Okay, I'm out of tools, so I could do a craft mine at this point, but let's live without it, because ultimately the patterns are easy enough where we don't really need the tools. But it's nice to have them. It's nice to have them when you need them. Shit. Shit. I kind of want my tools now. Kind of want my tools. I want my tools back. It is kind of fun, the idea of craft binding. I kind of just like how it feels. Like, oh, I'm out of ammo. Reload, get back in there. Okay, I think we'll be fine with Chef Lagoli. Just wanted to get a few things. That glitch, though. What the hell? What is the deal there? Oh my god. Okay, time to switch gears. Practice mode off. And let's get back into the heat of the Steel Soul file. I think the first thing actually that we're going to do here, by the way, I take it back. I said that I hadn't played since our last stream. That was incorrect. I did play a little bit the very next day. Last Saturday, I did play just a little bit, doing some rosary grinding. I came up here to the suggested spot that Riley had pointed out before, just taking on the Grand Reeds, because sure enough, they do drop a hell of a lot of rosaries, and they're really not that hard. I was kind of scared of taking them on, but no big deal. We also have like a couple mossberries and some relics, so we can get even more rosaries, and we should do that when we get the chance. But really, the first thing we're going to do is get that blue Vestacrest slot, because we have all of the lockets that we need to make that happen. So let's go ahead and fully unlock the Architect's Crest. Let's do that business, because I think this is the one that... I don't know if I'm switching to this as my main, because I still do like the Hunter Crest quite a bit, and because I like having Threadstorm sometimes. But we're going to make Architects, I think, one of the mainstays. So we're definitely upgrading the slots on this one. Unlocking the slots. And then we will do one on the Reapers, and we might as well make it a blue slot. Even though we're probably never using Reapers, but we'll see. We shall see. Okay, let's head back to Ava and get our Vestacrest. Although, if we're right here, let's at least see if we get that... Don't turn in the stuff. But let's see if we get that interaction that we may have unlocked, because we unlocked this shortcut. So we'll check this out before we go back there. Oh wow, outing yourself as a liar! Filthy, rotten liar. How could you do this to us? Sting Shard does 35 damage for a full burst without the purple poison buff. It's not a bad one. It's just a matter of getting the actual full burst on them, right? There's a lot of fights where those Sting Shards, if you throw them out there preemptively, random projectiles trigger them before they do any damage at all. So you really have to like time the throw to hit them. DD, welcome in. Sorry you're late. No worries at all. We've been just doing some practice is all. Yeah, you just tuned in exactly as we started doing the Steel Soul. We've been on the practice file doing some warm-up against Chef Lagoli, so you haven't missed a thing. Basically. What we're doing to start here is we're going back into this room to see... Oh. I think Riley might be correct, because there is a dead reed right here. And that suggests to me that perhaps I know who has killed the reed. Yes! There wasn't much of a fight there. It was already done. I thought I might need to throw in a few needle swings to help out my pal here, but He's got it handled.
Ah, Mamido.
Ho there, brave sister! What poetry has fate writ that we should meet here at the peak of this ghastly citadel? Beasts and fiends, all here are lost to that horrid haunting. And out from this golden corpse it seeps to plague the good bugs of the land below. Well, no more, we say. The golden corpse. The corpse of the citadel, right?
Hironare.
You should beware, brave sirs. The creature that commands this curse is a foe far beyond bug. I would not see your lives given in vain. Hornet's like, no, I got this. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but this one's a little bit out of your pay grade.
Oh, hola.
Beyond your pay grade. Pah! We beware nothing. We would give our lives 100 times over to finally cut away the evil that clutches our kingdom.
Da, Fenestra.
What cause saw you first ascend to this citadel, Garmond?
Nochin nata scriba.
Mine is only the most sacred quest, sister. One shared with my most trusted companion, dear Zaza. We sought this citadel to stand before its rulers and demand their answer. By force if necessary. All for our dear village, to whom we pledge our shells.
Oh, bopaya.
The fearsome haunting of Thread. It overcame our fair folk. We are all that remain, left to carry their memory, and the hope to see some justice paid. I think we had gleaned some of this, the story that he just kind of confirmed about his village, his home being haunted, and they're like the lone survivors. I think we kind of knew that from his Silk Song, right? Playing the Needle reveals the lyrics of... What were the lyrics? Let me quickly open my notes. I'm gonna go to my notes. Yeah, this is a new interaction for me, Dee. This is one that I missed because apparently you can miss it by doing the reads, the quest that collects the little weapons from the Citadel bugs. And of course, I'm very thorough, trying to complete all those quests as soon as possible. And this interaction was never available to me. But I wanted to go and open my notes. Let me open my notes, and maybe I'll put them on screen here for y'all. If I can find Garmond and Zaza in this mess. Here they are. Here they are. Let me make the text bigger. Go to this real quick. Actually, I can change this real quick. I can change this to dark mode because I don't have screenshots in here. So we put this up. And we have his Silk Song. We shall fight, always in our hearts. We shall remember till the end together. Only our duty, only our claws, for dear friends lost. That only vaguely hints at it here, for dear friends lost. I thought there was more, though. I thought there was more that we get later. Oh, here it is. We talked with him at the Songclave about this. Our fair village may have fallen, but for these fellows, these sacred few, our hornlands shall raise for them. Okay, so I thought maybe we only knew of it because of the Silk Song lyrics, but he does talk about it more than just this. I was wondering.
Nochin nata scriba.
Guro, I have a notion for you, sister. What say we cross our weapons here before we move on? Engage in some rollicking combat together? Have no fear, I will not strike a mortal blow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, he says, have no fear, I will not strike a mortal blow. Does this mean I don't have to worry about dying, guys? I'm okay with a little spoiler light here. Feel free to confirm for me that this is not something that I can die to. Because all of a sudden it's like, okay, I don't mind a little sporting combat, but I am also on Steel Soul. You think yes? Yes, you cannot die? He says it, right? I will not strike a mortal blow. It's also Garbond. It's also Garmon. You know, how... Actually, I was going to say, how hard can he be? Never mind. Lost Garmon kicked my butt. I think you'll be fine. Okay, okay. The Chakra Duel doesn't kill you either. I couldn't remember. I think that's the thing that where my mind went. And I was like, can Chakra actually kill you? But I guess you don't get a cocoon from that, do you? Okay, he doesn't kill you. All right, okay. All right. I guess if our Steel Soul run did end, then the Honorable Garmon, I wouldn't have anybody else, maybe except for Chakra, who I would feel comfortable dealing that mortal blow. But we should be fine. Okay. Duel with Garmon, yo! Let's go. Hell yeah.
Grow.
Grow. Got the answer, sister. Prepare your weapon. Oh my god. Oh my god, look at this guy. Okay, yep. Yep, okay, yep. Oh, shit. Okay, he doesn't on contact at least deal double damage. That little wave for some reason is so funny to me. Oh my god, this is great. This is great. This is great. Oh my god. Alright, you got any phase 2 moves here? Phase 2 moves, my friend? Or just this little like let me wave what's his instrument? It's some sort of wind instrument, right? Wave your flutes in the air and shake them like you just don't care. I think we got the patterns here. I think we got the patterns. You got anything new for me? Phase 2? Phase 2? This is so cool. Oh, and Zaza's little click there when you stun them, like, and when you finally win. The little clicking sound that Zaza makes is so adorable. Oh, that's great. We added them to our journal. We added them to our journal. Ah, so I missed this journal entry on the first playthrough, didn't I? Oh, dang. That's a journal entry that I want to have, and there's no way I can get it now on the main file, I don't think. Dang, hardest battle in the game, I know. That was crazy. Grandpa Night Fight. Let's go. Welcome in, Mausoleum Andy. Happy Friday. This fight isn't hard, but if you want a hint, I have a useful one. Oh, a hint. Wait, what's the hint about? The hint about the how to win the fight, or something else? They are so adorable, aren't they? Dying to Garmon here would be like dying to Miss Noble in Sekiro. Fair. Fair. Although, you get surrounded by a bunch of those Miss Nobles, then, yeah, maybe you might. But a single Miss Noble, the initial Miss Noble, yeah, you better not be dying to that. Garmon and Zaza, secret journal entry. Vigorous old knight and their noble companion, working together to see their lands cut free from haunted madness. They too seek the specter at the haunting's heart, though I fear that foe would pose a challenge beyond their mortal limits. I love Hornet watching out for them. Awesome!
Oh, Bopaya.
Let us stop the duel there. I hope in my excitement I did not bring down my lance too heavy upon you, sister. Lance, that's the... Okay. It's a lance, excuse me. Not a flute. Hopefully you didn't hear me say that.
Yanara.
It was combat honorably conducted, sirs. But now we should keep moving. It will not remain quiet here for long.
Benti Farada Parang.
Indeed, Farada Paran. I love that. Yes, yes, of course. Yes, our good works are never done, and we must press ever on. There is no time to waste.
Kadastama.
Must you not press on, sirs?
Oh, Bopaya.
Oh, yes, yes, we will be off at once, very soon. I fear, though, that Zaza must rest a little longer. Sure. Zaza's the one that needs the rest. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hey.
Nesvia?
Oh, Bopaya.
That is great. Okay, I'm so glad that we got to encounter this. And we get a journal entry for it. I'm only sad that I just don't have it on, like, the main first playthrough file, but, you know, it's the limits of a blind playthrough. If there is missable stuff, then there's a chance that you miss it. There's just a chance. Okay, cool. Alrighty, we move on. Let's actually just see if their Silksong lyrics are different by any, for any reason. Would expect these to be just the same, though. And it looks like it. Oh, you can actually knock him into the spikes for a bunch of extra damage. I, fortunately, was not aiming for, you know, max DPS. I was, if anything, I was worried about killing him too quickly and not getting to experience any fun shenanigans that the fight would hold. So, I do appreciate the hint, but that's cool. Yeah, so glad that we got to discover this secret fight on camera. Really fun Easter egg. Yeah, and the hints, or the, not even really hints, just like, hey, here's kind of what you need to do to get a new thing that you haven't got before. Got us to the place. So now, just to confirm, Riley, we are okay to now turn in our fine pins, correct? Correct. It's a flute lance now, I suppose. There you go, Andy. Okay, I'll take that. A flute lance. Boom. The current melody progress is none. I have done none of the melodies. At some point, we'll turn our attention to doing the melodies. But we're going to try to just stay in Act 2 as long as possible and get as much done as we can before we move on to Act 3. So, we will get there eventually. I think the idea behind how this fight is hidden is that once you fortify Songclave with the pins, Garmon and Zaza decide to rest there instead of exploring. Interesting. They're such adventurers, though. Maybe they finally hit enough. They hit enough. Maybe they ran into some grand reads and were like, okay, these guys are too tough. Too tough for me. Interesting. There's some speculation that Garmon's village is the nameless town. Oh. Could be. Nobody knows for sure. There is another boss that you can knock into the background hazards, but I won't say unless you ask. You already beat it, though. Oh, I already beat it? Is it Lace? Okay to resume quest completion. Thank you. Let's do it. And then the next, we'll get the follow-up quest here. Because we're going to be... Well, what are we going to be doing now? Now that I think of it, what are we going to be doing? Well, we're going to get the Vesta Crest. That's the first thing. We are going to go to the Vesta Crest. Let's quickly zone out and zone back in. So I think that does give us a new quest. And that is the Cloaks of the Choir. So we'll want to do some exploration of the Citadel in order to just pick up various things like fleas and make some Ventrica connections and stuff. Like there's a whole bunch over here that we haven't done. We've gone through to the slab, but we basically haven't done anything else. So, oh, we do need to pick up the quest. That is one thing we need to make our way through the Citadel for. We could make our way into the high halls, but I'm a little apprehensive about that. Just a little apprehensive about it. But with the ability to make as much lifeblood as we can, maybe I shouldn't be. I don't know. Let's first things first. Let's just go get our Vesta Crest, and then we'll see where we go. One thing at a time. And I suppose then maybe when we're in the Moss Land region, Moss Home region, we can go to turn in some moss berries. But then, actually we'll wait on that because we would rather turn in the moss berries when we have the quest to get the Mossberry Stew. So we'll hold off on that because we're not desperate for rosaries at the moment. Let's go back to Ava. Oh, was I right, Dee Dee? It is Lace 1. Okay, so she gets staggered and you hit her into the lava. It deals her 40 damage. And you can do the same with Lace 2, but the White Mist is way less damage. Better to swing the needle. Oh, interesting. Yeah, those sorts of details I'm kind of okay with discussing. That, like, damage and boss HP and special interactions. I don't necessarily want like a deluge, like a list of here's all the things in the game. Just bring them up at the right times, you know, when the context is appropriate, such as there. A healthy trickle of combat-related information, just like in Elden Ring and our trickle healing. Any idea on when Hades 2 is coming to the channel? Really looking forward to it. It's a masterpiece. It's going to be a little while still from it because I have started recording Tunic. Just to whet the appetite for y'all. Tunic is on the way. So it's going to at least be after Tunic. It might also be after Blasphemous 2. Potentially, because both of those are kind of like shorter games, theoretically, compared to Hades 2. So I might want to get at least those two done with before moving on to a longer game again, like Hades. But I'm super excited about Hades 2. I want to get to it eventually. I know, Tunic mentioned. Tunic mentioned! I can see why you guys recommended Tunic to me, by the way. No spoilers, but I can see why. I'm understanding the Tunic hype ever so slightly. You have not played Tunic, Dee Dee? It's pretty good. If you're at all interested in Souls-like games, action RPG, combat, and or Zelda games, it's it could be right up your alley, among other reasons. I'm understanding one big reason why you all thought it would be a perfect Akinar game, though. I'll wait until the videos come out to start discussing it, but it's going to be fun. Looking forward to it. But yeah, a little bit of time still before we get to Hades 2, I would say. I would love to do it, though, and I think there is enough interest that enough of you are interested in seeing it, that I think I will do it on the channel at some point. Mention of Tunic brings me out of lurk. Yo, Matt's lurking. How you doing, Matt? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, excited to talk about it at some point with you. It's fun. Sparky is here as well. What's up, dude? You're starting Hades 2 this weekend? What timing? Yo, that's so awesome, dude. That means whenever I do get around to it, you will probably be able to watch. That makes me so excited. I'm only sad that I can't watch you. So hopefully if you have like a really good run or two, or 5 or 10, maybe you highlight those. Highlight your good runs, and I can check them later. Aren't Cogflies available now? Yes, technically Cogflies are available, but it would mean that we go into High Halls. Do I feel confident enough to go into High Halls? I don't know. What do y'all think? What is the next upgrade that we should be targeting? We could target the next oil, the next pale oil. Feels like the primary target for me. Or we could go for Cogflies. Is it better to have Cogflies before going for the pale oil? Or the pale oil and another needle upgrade before going into the High Halls and going to get Cogflies? In my mind, I want the needle upgrade first. Akinar, I'm done with Souls-like for now. The community. No, you're not. I think maybe I should have added something to that, Riley. I think I probably should have said really long and time-consuming Souls-likes. That's probably because I think that's what I was feeling by the end of Expedition 33. Is I really enjoyed the game, but it was just too long, and I needed it to be done. And I at times felt a little bit like that with Elden Ring, but Elden Ring was just so much fun that I didn't really mind keeping going. But I definitely felt the toll of playing both of those games for as long as, even Silksong to some extent. There were times with Silksong going on as long as it did where I was like, man, and maybe the combination of Silksong plus Expedition 33 at the same time was like draining me on both ends of the Souls-like tough, especially those tougher fights at the end of Expedition 33. It really got to me. So it's one of these things where it's not maybe necessarily the Souls-like nature of a game. It's just how long and how much time are you going to be investing at the back end of that really difficult game. Does that make sense? Tunic has been mentioned, Sparky. It has begun, and I don't have a release date for episode 1 just yet, but it's in the production pipeline. I'll just say that. I'm gonna highlight every run that dies in Act 3 just to troll him. You got to build the drama. I love it. That actually sounds perfect to me, because I love to see the process of, you know, because I remember how much time I spent in, what were their names? Theseus and the Minotaur. I died to those guys so many times, and then finally getting by them. Oh my god, that felt so good. Are there even acts? I just presume there probably will be something. They're biomes, right? I presume it's going to be similar to Hades. Riley says pale oil for sure. That's my instinct. DNA says oil better, plus easier to get. Pale oil first, I'd say. Okay. Dee Dee says you should do high halls. Something tells me it's going to be slightly easier. Wink, wink. If we're going for like pure like challenge run content, then like we could make this so much harder on ourselves. But that's not what I'm trying to do here, folks. I'm trying to just get through Steel Soul. I'm trying to live, man. I just want to live. Getting to the Wreath, though, is going to be sketchy. That is the thing we could do. Yeah, okay. Wreath is next. We're going to get Wreath. I know it could be a little sketchy, Riley, but we're going to do it. Because that is something I have practiced off camera. Not recently, but I have been practicing that in the week or two leading up to our last stream. And I feel like we can do... I think we can get to... We can make it. I think we can make it. However, here's the thing. Okay, so maybe what we'll do is we'll spend some time in the Citadel first, completing this quest. Let's do this quest for the choir cloaks, because then that unlocks Jubilana's quest, right? Where we have to save her from the flies outside. So once we do that, then she'll unlock her additional stuff, and we can do that on the way to the ducks. I think that's the, well, at least it makes sense in my efficiency pathing mind. Sunshine, how are you doing, friend? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well and ready for the weekend. Is Silksong easier than Hollow Knight? Do you want a real answer to that? I got stuck on a boss in Hollow Knight and didn't finish it. Which boss? Curious to hear. I suppose it's not a spoiler to say that I would highly recommend completing Hollow Knight before moving on to Silksong. I'll just say that. Don't think that you're going to do yourself any favors by skipping Hollow Knight to move on to Silksong. But I am curious, what boss? Let's see here. There's chat is moving. I'm gonna try to keep moving myself while moving with chat. Going to try to do it here. I need to go into the Citadel though, and go back to the Memoriam, which we now have a travel point for. You felt the same, Andy? You needed to take long breaks from every Souls like you played, but you weren't recording, so you didn't have the same risk of burnout. That is part of the factor, right? If I were just playing these games myself off camera, it probably wouldn't wear me out quite the same way. It does have there's a second level of energy demand when you are putting yourself on camera. It's just, if you haven't done it, you might not think it takes a lot of energy, but it does. It drains you in a way that you just don't get drained if you're sitting there playing the game, by yourself. It just doesn't work the same way. Am I going with the tools that I want for going into the ducks? I think so. Oh, but wait, I'm not going. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I said we are going through the Citadel first. I forgot what I just said we were gonna do. This is what I get for trying to read chat and play the game at the same time. The brain just doesn't work that way. We're gonna do Citadel first before we go to the ducks. Oh, you're playing Ghost of Tsushima. I know that's a game that I probably would enjoy, but it's another one of those games that's very long. And I probably, ultimately, am maybe not gonna have the time for it. Yeah, I get that totally, Sparky. I totally resonate with that sentiment. Makes total sense. Might even be worth practicing ducks first, or at least having the plasmium buffer. I think that's what we'll do, Riley. I feel like I have practiced ducks enough on my own where we can go ahead and have the plasmium file. Maybe I do Architect's Crest. We could do Architect's Crest, but I have practiced it with Hunters. And so I probably would stick with Hunters. And just rely on the plasmium file to get us through. I think I feel comfortable enough. Now, with that said, it is Steel Soul, and you're doing it live and on camera, and you never know how things are gonna go differently, you know? Things can go a little haywire. Things have been known to go off the rails, but you know what? It'll be more entertaining to watch, won't it? It'll be a little more entertaining to watch. Hey there, Cheese. Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. You look like Ronaldo? Do I look like Ronaldo, guys? I am. That is not one I've heard before, but also one I'm not gonna fight you too hard on. That's the first one for me. So, okay, so now we're in this room. At the very top, I'm just gonna make my way through here. Because I'm not sure what I have explored and what I haven't. I don't know what I have explored and what I haven't. Also, this is not a break. This is just me. I'm not even gonna put on the break screen. Hold on. I need to, my air conditioning is not working for some reason. So just 1 second, guys, while I fix this. Hold on. I have no idea. I had this set to just run and not shut off, and it still decided to shut off. I don't know what the heck happened. It's starting to get a little too warm in here. 2 weeks from now. Oh, what boss killed your first Steel Soul attempt? Chat. The most OP of all bosses, Sparky. Frickin' chat. What is my, hold on. What is my tool setup again? What is my tool setup here? I do have this. I did not add another thing to the Vestacrest. I knew I forgot something. Okay, we're gonna sit at this bench. That's what's in this room. Oh, there is a thing over here as well. Oh, does this lead... Is there anything in this other than just dropping me back into the long hallway? I don't think there's anything worthwhile in here, is there? But if there's a relic or something that I forgot about, feel free to let me know. I don't remember what's in there, though. All I know is I forgot to put on a blue tool, goddammit. Injector band? Probably. That's probably the safe pick here. Yeah, roll with that. Have I done Steel Soul in Hollow Knight? Yes. And I have talked about how I did it a couple different times. One I did, funny, your screen name, I did it once the cheesy way. Or at least what I consider the cheesy way, which is using the save and quit. This is debatable. If you do quit to menu to complete your Steel Soul run, there's no shame in it. It's part of the game. But I did that myself. I used save and quit in my first Steel Soul run in Hollow Knight. But then later on, I went back and did it without save and quit because I wanted to. I wanted to do it that way because I had practiced enough in Godhome and the bosses there that I felt I could do it, that I felt I was finally ready. And I managed it. It did take me one time dying to the Radiance before I actually got the full thing done, but the next attempt after that death got me there. Okay, you don't think so? The answer is I have no clue. I'll trust Riley's. If Riley thinks there's nothing, then I'm gonna go with that. All I remember is it just drops me back into the hallway. I'm surprised this guy doesn't drop a choir's cloak, but I guess if they have these masks on that have the little citadel symbol, that they're not really part of the choir. They're like other stuff. It's a chorister. It's a disciple of the choir. Why doesn't this guy drop the choir's thing? And this guy is a choir bell bearer. So why don't you drop a choir cloak? Did I check in here? I think I did because this is where Jubilana is, right? Jubilana is in here. Right. So we've been in there. Now we go up. When will I go for Lagoli? We'll see. We'll see if we get around to it today. But probably... I mean, I was feeling pretty good about those attempts. So we might just make that sooner rather than later. While the fight is somewhat fresh in my mind. Because if we've got all that lifeblood, we should be good to go. And we want to get this quest done with. Apparently, I opened up the hot spring. Okay. Did I also open up... I haven't opened this up yet, though. So I did open up the hot spring, though. Interesting. So maybe what we'll do then is we'll take care of this gauntlet room. We'll use some lifeblood and take on this gauntlet room, which can be a little bit hairy, but it's another one that I feel like I have practiced off camera enough to where we're probably okay taking it on. Just trying to remember here what that does for me. It doesn't do that much. It just really opens up a fast travel point in the lower part of the Citadel. So it's not like it unlocks a locket or something. It just gets me some more rosaries. Maybe we skip the gauntlet. And instead, we go for... You have to go this direction in order to get up to the rest of the Citadel, I think, right? It will at least be after the Wreath. That's true, DNA. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna go through the Citadel a little bit here to at least get the quest for Lagoli and company, or all of the pale oil stuff, and then we will make our way to get the Wreath. You think it's because they don't have a cloak? It's more of a headwear that you assume? Team Cherry is so faithful about making sure that those details line up. Oh, hello. Hello. Well, hello, my friend. They're still out here. They still out here doing it, folks. They have not given up the ghost yet. They are still here. I love it. Now, you're not actually damaging the enemy for me. There you go. Okay, never mind. Never mind. As soon as I said that, he's like, I'll show you. They're back.
Britalla.
Ho, sister. Wait, what'd you call me? A grand victory achieved. Again, the haunted might of this place cannot stand against our pure hearts. Let's go.
Oh, Bopaya.
Alrighty. You should definitely open all shortcuts that might be beneficial for Courier's Rasher. That's a good point. We're opening up shortcuts for Rasher. I hadn't even thought about that. Oh, Riley, you have not done Hollow Knight Steel Soul. Oh, 100%. Okay. 100% shouldn't be too bad if you've already... Is that because... Oh, I guess 100% does require the true ending, doesn't it? It does require true ending. So that's... Yeah. I had a run that died there. So I can understand. It's a little bit more... There's a little bit more involved. There's also some strategy to how you get there, given there's an extra 12%. It's been so long since I've done it, I don't remember what all the considerations are. Big King Pico, how you doing, friend? Welcome in to chat. We're having some Steel Soul fun here. Just, we're kind of in a more relaxed portion of the Steel Soul run. Just kind of... Oh, okay, this goes through here. All right. So I already made this connection. This is not something I have to open up. This connection's already here. Got it. Yeah, we're just making our way through the Citadel right now on our way to... We're just opening up some shortcuts, as well as we're going to be picking up the quest for the Courier's Rasher and additional pale oil-related quest items. We'll be picking that up here at some point. But I don't think I've gone into any of these rooms yet. This one just gets you silk if you need it for some reason. But there is one here that has like a flea in it, I think. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one with the flea. This is the one that's just a little bit on the annoying side. Because it's got you. Unfortunately, I knocked you into the spikes, and so I missed your cloak. This room is a little bit annoying because it has the bell bearer that comes in at the end, but should be fine. Yeah, that is also true, Riley. We're opening these routes that are on the side of the Citadel that we probably won't be using. Because, yeah, we're definitely going to be going through Sinner's Road, especially because I have not beat the last judge yet. And also, that route is a lot quicker anyways. Even if you have both available to you, you would just rather use that route as it is. What is in here? Oh, it's this room. Okay. We do this. Oh my god, DNA, you did Courier Rasher in Act 3? I was not watching the thing at all. I was not watching the screen at all. You can't read chat while you're doing the memory puzzle. You have to actually... Unless you've got it memorized. Shit, was it the second one here? Second? That's not the second, that's like the fifth. Okay. Here. Here. Here? Whoops, what the? Little frame skip there. Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, I love this sound. Best sound. Let's go. Have you guys seen the entire Pale Oil quest done with all the deliveries at the same time? What? That's possible? Like, are we... What do you mean by all deliveries? Because I know there's, like, special deliveries that you go to the mask maker. things like that. I don't think we're probably not talking about the Mask Maker delivery. You're probably talking about like the standard deliveries that go to Bell Bottom and whatnot. So we came from, okay, yeah, we keep going up in this direction. We keep going up this way. Now this direction, this is where I get a little bit confused or unsure about which way to go. I think, oh, Grindel's here. Grindel's here. Grindel is over here. That's where you are.
Paladin.
Okay. Paladin.
Caspian?
Oh, you do it that way, Riley? You put numbers on them?
Elomek.
I can see doing that. For me, I just kind of... I don't know that I necessarily, like, consciously put numbers on them, but I'm kind of like... I think more in terms of shapes, I think. And so I'm usually connecting dots between them. And I'm thinking, like, okay, there's a triangle there, and then there's a line there. That's usually what I'm doing. So it's like 2 shapes. I am using controller. Itanyakov. You've been in chat before. Welcome back. But I will say that I am a keyboard-only player when it comes to Hollow Knight. I was, for whatever reason, I had not picked up a controller in a very long time when I first played Hollow Knight, and I just played it on keyboard, and it stuck. And by the time I knew it, I had over 1,000 hours in the game, and I had played them all on keyboard, and there was no way I was going to switch at that point. The muscle memory was baked in. But with Silksong, I was like, I've played enough controller games now. Bloodborne got me back. Bloodborne was the first one that I had to do a controller on. I played DS1 and DS2 on keyboard and mouse. But then we had to switch for Bloodborne, controller only. Once I made that switch, I was like, controller's not so bad. But there was a learning curve. Trust me, there was a little bit of growing pains. This, I believe, drops me into a little mini gauntlet, correct? Am I scared about this at all? I don't think so. I think I'll just use some pins and we'll be fine. I need to use some more pins anyways because we're kind of capped on shards. Do I want to go down here, though? I think I have to, right? I have to go down here to continue forward. The only other option would be to come around from the Grand Reed upper side, which I could have done, I suppose. Or I could have come through... here. This might have been the quicker way if I was just going straight for the Courier's Rasher, but I also wanted to, like, explore in this part of the Citadel. So this is fine. We can go down here. This will be no problem, I think. Should be no problem. No problem. Is that an Ola I see in chat? How you doing, friend? Good to see ya. Welcome, welcome. How's Ocarina of Time going? Did you finish it already? I'm talking about the Pale Oil quest, the one you need the whole courier... Oh, doing the entire quest at the same time that you do... Oh my god, wait, what? Because doesn't that mean you have to go get... You would have to go and get the crust nugget? Wouldn't you have to do that at the same time? How is that possible? Maybe I'm probably misunderstanding what you're trying to describe. Yeah, that's what I thought. And all three of y'all drop a cloak. Let's go. Are we there with the cloaks? Are we getting close? Are we getting there? Close, close, close. You're not done yet. Okay, I haven't missed all the Zelda action. Let's go. You have Water Temple next. Everyone's favorite. I don't know what y'all complain about with the Water Temple. Water Temple was no problem. I actually honestly don't remember why people complain about... Oh, we can't get in here yet, right? Okay, this is why we have to go up and around. So I actually do have to go up to where I was thinking about in order to get into this place. Okay, but we've at least opened up other stuff here. Other stuff. And we're doing the cloaks. We're doing the cloaks, which I need 2 more of. That's really the main, well, one of the considerations here. Let's get the flea as well in this room. Water Temple. It's so fun, so much fun. I don't know why people complain about it. No idea why. Water Temple, my beloved. What's up, Fume Knight? Welcome in. Chat is moving so fast. I'm missing so many messages, guys. I do apologize if I missed your message. But we also have a game to play, and my brain cannot do too many things at once. Brain limitations. I knocked the guy away with my Sawtooth Circlet. But, hey, Sawtooth Circlet is better at the DPS thing, isn't it? Than my Threadstorm in that case. I missed the sus wall. Where's the sus wall at here? Was it not right here? Am I crazy? So there's this sus wall. Oh, there's one below it. There's one down here. That's what I missed. That's fun, breaking it with the Sawtooth Circling. Berry Stew, the ant basement areas. Legolia is the limit. You have to fight him before starting the challenge and leave the item on the ground. Oh, but they also go and collect the crust nut. What? That's crazy to me. I'll have to look up a video at some point. Get out of here, flea. Flea, be free. How do I get the thing up here again? Oh, it's the choir cloak that I didn't pick up. I was like, there's an item up here? I didn't pick up the choir cloak. Smooth. Real smooth there. Thought I was gonna be so slick. I totally forgot to pick this up. Ah, you're right. It did. I did see the tail end of a pretty bad lag spike there, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I don't think you guys missed anything, but it looks like we're fixed now. Oh, is that why people complain about it? There's just a bunch of constant pausing, equipping, unpausing, pausing, unequipping, unpausing. I wonder if it was just the fact that I did it as a kid and I had the patience for it. And now if I went back to do it as an adult, I'd be like, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I don't want to do this shit. Don't make me do this. Okay, am I going toward the high? I'm going toward the high halls, which I don't really want to go to the high halls. What am I doing here? What's my objective? Because we have one more, that's what we'll do. We'll kill one more group of enemies here and then we'll head back. We'll head back for, except there's a Claw Maiden. Get you out of here. One more cloak, and then we are out of here. Because that's what I want. What is in this direction? Oh, this is a short, okay, this opens up into the Grand Reeds, doesn't it? That's right, this does open up this shortcut. So now, oh, we can actually go down to get it. Never mind. I was tripping. We can go down. This opens up there. Okay. My knowledge of this game is still I'm still being reminded of all the things. that you can do in Silksong. There was a 3DS version that lets you equip the boots with a button without having to pause, and that helped a lot. Oh, that is a sick quality of life improvement, because that's really the main one, right? It's the boots that you need to take on and off to improve or adjust your flotation parameters. That's a huge quality of life change. I recall reading that the guy who worked on the water temple was having so much fun designing it, they didn't account for the equipment management side of things and felt guilty about it after. Oh, even they were like, you know, we should have probably done this a little differently. We probably should have done it a little bit differently. I do want to heal. I was thinking about using the Thread Storm, but I do want to heal. We've already got the Mass Shard in here, of course. But there is one more shiny, which we can get here. But then there's you. Just a rosary necklace, but that's still good. Still good. Nothing else in this room, I think. Feel free to tell me if I'm wrong. I think we got it all, though. And now we can go talk to our Mr. Mergwyn. Motaro. 3DS version also added colored lines for the water levels. I'd have to see it, because I just have to see it again. It's been a while since I've seen the Water Temple. How much does that add to the ease of your Water Temple navigation? Nintendo never fully internalized good QOL philosophy, I know. Remains the only dungeon that Miyamoto apologized for. Did he actually apologize for it? Miyamoto himself? Although they thought I've got some thoughts on Miyamoto's design philosophy in hindsight in the present day. I will need to take a stretch break here relatively soon.
Regina Fora.
The voice actor for Loyal Mergwyn. I'm sure he does a lot of other voices as well, but this particular I love it. So good. Even if my brief little impression is terrible. Okay, all right. A dialogue exhausted. So now let us return to the Songclave. Turn in our quest, and that will allow us, that will give us the quest for Jubilana. And we can begin to make our way to the ducks. I love this cool trick with the hunters. The hunter's dash. I know, the old man voices are so cool. I'm a fan. I'm gonna go for today, have a small coding project for a game's unofficial card generator I'm working on. Yo, that sounds dope. Have fun with that, Dee. Thanks for dropping in, and enjoy your weekend. Good luck with the coding project. That sounds awesome. We can afford this, so we do this. We can definitely afford it after we've been snaking our way through the Citadel. I just want Team Cherry to hire me on for one singular bug line. It's a dream of mine. I want to make weird noises in the mic and say, yup, that's me. I love it, Olaf. That would be a dream come true. I would feel so self-conscious if I were the one doing it, but it would be so fun. Just one, right? One little random pilgrim. We'll call it the Ola pilgrim. Do I need to talk to Jubilana? I think so, right? This dialogue, I think, needs to be got first.
Buenera.
And then her quest becomes accessible. Okay. Still don't need to buy anything from her. So let's go ahead and make sure the dialogue's exhausted. Okay. Rest again. Come back. Oh, okay. So, what is the prerequisite to get Jubilana to leave? Am I missing something here? I must be. I must be missing something. I think I've talked to everybody else. I guess I didn't talk to Sherma after coming back from the White Ward. I don't know if that has any effect. Our friends are not over here yet. Might need to do an actual full reload. Okay. Let's try it. The prerequisite is completing 5 Songclave quests, including her first quest and strengthening Songclave, which you just did. That's what I thought. I thought we were good to go, but I guess the whole reload is needed. Not just a save and exit the area. Well, maybe that's not even the way. Maybe we gotta leave and come back. So, I guess what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we'll just quickly go turn in. We'll go get the Mossberry Stew. Just as a way to, like, clear the slate or whatever. And while I'm thinking of it, I'll also go by Bellheart to turn in my relics. And maybe we still have the quest with the brothers. We do need to do that, I suppose, before we do any courier's rasher delivery. We actually have to go get the second brother. So once we get our wreath, we'll make our way back to Sinner's Road, and we will get our tax finally. That have been a long time coming. But we'll also rescue Pill. Oh, our bell home is ready? Oh no, we already got our bell home unlocked. She's just talking about the stuff that we can buy for it. Which I think is required for some stuff, but I don't know when we have to get this, so... Feel free to let me know if it's important to buy any bell home stuff sooner rather than later, but I'm going to hold off on that until I hear otherwise. It's for Deck Tamer, a card game I recommended in the Discord earlier today. Ooh, okay. I'll give it a look. Deck Tamer. Oh, was it a premature delete? Was it a premature delete? What did I say I was gonna do? I was gonna go to Mosso. Friendly reminder that there is a spoilers channel in the Discord if you want to discuss. Like, we're kind of past the spoilers point for the most part with Silksong, but obviously there was one interaction that we had earlier this stream that I had not seen before, so maybe we're not completely there. Although now that was the one thing that Riley had hinted me toward when I asked him, is there anything else left in the game that I haven't seen yet that I should see? Is there anything else that I haven't seen, guys, that I want to see? Or are we past the spoiler point finally? Are we finally there? Since Akinar gave the okay, you can repost it. I'll have to see what the message is about before I know what I gave the okay on. What did I give the okay about? Probably like boss combat stuff. Oh, we're going to the stew. We're going to get Mossberry Stew. I wouldn't say you are completely past the spoiler point. I mean, that's fair on its own because we, of course, know that there is, even before asking that question, there is a brand new quest that we have in Steel Soul mode. So there's at least those spoilers. There's definitely that. I'm just thinking about the base game in particular. But it sounds like you're probably answering that question, Riley. I really should have gone to the Marrow Bellway, because this map does not help me at all. And I don't know if this is the way that I want to be going. To this day, getting lost in Mossholm. It's really not that big though. Just keep going and you will get where you want to go eventually. I also have kind of been forgetting that I have Clawline. I do need to remember that Clawline is a thing that I need to work into my combat rotations now that we have it. Hi there. I need some stew. And we'll trade in some mossberries while we're here as well. She doesn't like the stinky one, so we only get a meager. Is that the one we get from the Wormways? Is it the Wormways? We get it from some place that's kind of stinky or something. Oh wait, that was the last one? That was the last one. I didn't read the dialogue because it kind of jumped on me, or I all of a sudden realized this is like new, quote unquote, new dialogue that I have seen on a second playthrough, but I haven't done. We didn't do this on the first save file because I never turned in the last mossberry. I didn't realize we had them all already. I thought there was at least one more still. Your amulet. Let me transfuse. Yes, your amulet's tears will flow stronger still. There it is. There it is. Probably still never going to use this, but we've got the Druid's Eyes now. Powerful amulet of protection formed from many, many mossberries. As the bearer takes damage, the amulet weeps a green elixir that will form into silk. Yeah, so this one, instead of 1 bar of green goop, you get 2. Right? And then the next time you get hit, you get 2 more, which makes 2 bars of actual silk. It's still kind of a weak charm, but we have it. We have it. There you go. And we have Mossberry Stew. Cool. Only useful in the YOLO Wanderer build? Please explain. I am so curious to know. What is the YOLO Wanderer build? YOLO Wanderer. In other words, you're sitting there face tanking, and so you need to generate as much silk as you can, but while in the process taking damage. So let's see, you probably have... What would you have in the YOLO build? You probably have Quick Focus or Injector Band. Injector Band... There's no Quick Slash because it's, you know, that's what Wanderers is. Dice, I suppose, because YOLO. And that actually increases your crit chance with Wanderers, right? But that's interesting that this actually has a place in a niche build. Probably what I did, and you just throw yourself at everything while screaming like a madman. Yeah, that's the impression I'm getting here. That's funny. Let's go back to Songclave and see if this has been enough of a detour for us to get Jubilana to go out and about. And then I will need to move out and about because my butt is asleep. For shrine. Only increases crit chance once you have enough silk to heal with, I believe, but same. Yeah, that part I was under a misconception about. I thought it was like the more silk you have, the more crit chance there is, but it sounds like it's actually just a one-off, not a one-off, it's an on or off type thing. But that is correct. There we go. All right, the Lost Merchant is now something we can do. So that is something we will do momentarily. Let's first think about, do we want to make any change to our setup? I think I just roll with what I've got, because Threadstorm is still going to be useful enough to me when we're dealing with the little mosquito buggers. Either Threefold Pin or Threadstorm, I'll want to deal with those. Sawtooth Circlet as well is good for them. I think we just keep with the same setup. We have 6 Plasmium File if we need it in case of emergency. I think we will actually put on Lucky Dice, because we don't need, there's no rosaries to get in the ducks, or at least whatever. If there are rosaries, they're so minimal that I don't need the Magnetite Brooch for them. So I think this will be fine. I think this will be a-okay. So I think we're set up. Oh, Multi-Binder's in there as well. So Injector Band, Multi-Binder, and Druid's Eyes for the blues. Flint Slate for the red. Just run and gun. Flint Slate OP. Should I be trying to play with more Flint Slate, guys? I have not practiced with it. And like I said earlier, it's not necessarily something that goes into my playstyle. But people like the Flint Slate, it sounds. Don't forget to stretch your laundry and fold your legs during break chat. Yes, as Ola says. Stretch your laundry and fold your legs. That's what I will be doing. And we'll be back in just a couple minutes. BRB. Okay, let's get back to it. Oh, I just got the most wonderful text from Comcast to say, hey, we found a network performance issue that may be impacting your service address and needs to be fixed right away. Our team is already working on it. If you're experiencing a service interruption, we expect to have things back to normal by 5 p.m. So it's currently 3 p.m. my time. If we have another service interruption, guys, then Comcast is to blame. As of right now, the stream is okay, but fingers crossed that we have a stream for the rest of the way. And, but just thought I'd let you know. The most wonderful text to get while you're in the middle of a live stream is your internet provider letting you know that, oh, by the way, you might be in for a little bit of an outage. Praise be to Comcast, glorious provider internet. I know. Is that what you have, Sparky? I actually, yeah, we go to Memoriam, and we'll do a little fill up on Silk on our way to the outside. Flint Slate, though, with the is the unbreakable strength of Silksong, at least a temporary one. That is a big deal, the fact that it's temporary. So at least for me, I wouldn't quite rate it as unbreakable strength, but that's, you know, I haven't played with it, right? It may be that I am leaving a whole bunch of DPS on the table by not using Flint Slate. No, but you have had Comcast before. Actually, a very decently satisfied AT&T customer. There you go. AT&T fiber, right? I wish I could try AT&T fiber, but I don't think they have it at my service address. Unless they've upgraded recently. Maybe they have. But also, I have not streamed as much as I was at one time. We've been doing the Silksong streams again, or the Steel Soul streams recently, but before those, streaming was something I had been taking a break from. So internet concerns have not been at the top of my list. I love that y'all are talking about the your favorite Akanar playthrough. Riley loves Blueprints. Bilbino says Elden Ring. Andy's split between the two. Ola loved Bloodborne, and that was also the first, that was how Ola found me in the first place. Bloodborne was so fun. Release the Bloodborne VODs. I did go to take a look at the first VOD just to see, to give myself an idea of how much editing might be involved. If I was actually going to do a proper editing job on it, instead of just releasing the VOD pure on its own channel. I'm still debating it, but it it would be a fair amount of editing. At least the way that I would want to do it. Yeah, Baba Is You is up on the YouTube. It was one of those that started on Twitch, but then I did take the time to edit those VODs to make them YouTube ready, and then we finished the playthrough on YouTube. Do I need to do any prep work here? I should probably give myself some Lifeblood masks just in case, because we're going to probably want to use some Lifeblood masks going into the ducks. So having a couple here against the heavy hitters, the big flyers. Actually, not even gonna waste. I'm just gonna use tax. Tax? And by tax I mean threefold pin. Not even gonna screw around with it. Just use your threefold pin. You've got the shards. Come down here, you butthole. Come down here, ye asshat. There's another one of these guys. God damn. There's another one. Okay, I used all my pins, but it's worth it. It was worth it. One of your viewers was actually a Blueprints playtester, although I do love the funny little typo there. That's an interesting type of playtesting. BO playtesting. Blueprints. So cool to see him in the credits every time I boot it up. Yo. That's super dope.
That's fine.
Mary Phillips, welcome to the stream. How are you today? Hope you're having a good one. But also Riley or Sparky, would you mind timing out our friend there? That is not the way to introduce yourself into chat. Although you're probably not even a real person. You might be a real person. I don't want to assume, but what's your Twitch handle, Akanar? It is the same as the YouTube channel, Akanar TV. Sorry, I was busy eating a mango. How dare you, Sparky? There's no mango eating while mods are on duty. No fruit allowed. Fruit out of my stream. Okay. Alrighty. We did exhaust the dialogue here, right? Mary, that was not a very appropriate proposal. I see what you did there. Appreciate that follow, Bilbino. I won't count it out. I won't say there's never gonna be an Akanar stream on Twitch ever again. I would say it's a pretty low likelihood, but you never know. You never know. I'm not gonna rule it out 100%. Oh, that was... I'm sorry, that was Riley. Did I say Sparky? Riley. Grumpily throws out freshly cut mango slices. Dang, when is the last time I actually had a mango? I should pick up one of those. I'm more of a bananas guy. I kind of live on bananas. If as far as fruits go. I guess I do green apples as well in my green smoothie. Green apples and bananas for me. Okay, all right. Already taking damage from one of these little buggers. Already getting hit. God damn it. I wouldn't hate a Twitch stream, but I'm a little biased. You know, if we ever did it, if we ever did do a Twitch stream again, it would probably be something like a super like special type of stream. Like, I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm not. Maybe I shouldn't even say it because then I get the idea in people's heads and they're like, "Oh, do this, make it happen, make it happen." Shit. I was gonna say a music stream. Because theoretically I was gonna do a music stream way back in the day and I never got around to it. I have done music streams before, but that was like many years ago. And then I got off into gaming land. Oh my god. Did you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys heard that. You probably did. I think I heard the follow alert for my Twitch channel. That's something I need to look into. Because that probably shouldn't be playing during a YouTube stream. A music stream! Oh my god. Music, what kind? Just me singing and playing guitar. That would be it. Just a little messing around on the acoustic. That would be it. No big deal. Rowan Ryan, welcome. How you doing, friend? Happy Friday. Minion voice, banana. My least favorite enemy in the whole game, the little mosquito duders. Okay, so I need to focus on what I'm doing here. Because we are in the ducks, folks. And maybe I just go ahead and use my plasmium once again. Do I need to worry about this guy? Hopefully not. But I also am worried about coming back around to him. Okay. Akinar playing Silksong tracks would be so dope. I don't know any Silksong tracks, but there was a time, the first instrument that I learned as a kid was the violin. And I still can very, you know, I'd have to derust, just like derusting against a Silksong boss. I would need to derust against the violin strings. But I can play a little bit. I can play certain things. And one of those things that I was learning to play was the Green Path theme. It's incredibly difficult to play. I was not very good at it, but I was trying to learn it. And it was a lot of fun because it's so beautiful. And it was starting to sound reasonable, but there are some really, really high notes in that theme that if you screw up, oh my god, it's not good. It is no bueno. No, that's not where to do the... Okay. All right. Let's charge up. That's the good thing about having Barnax around. You can charge up. Fortunately. Did we have another solicitor there? Thank you for the mod hammers are on point. Appreciate having you guys here. Riley and Sparky were both on it. Let's go. Expedition 33 music never gets old. Oh man. There are some really good... There are so many good Expedition 33 tunes. Have you played Clair Obscur, Olaf? Is that on your to-do list? Okay, but do you have an ocarina? Dang. Don't have an ocarina. We did have a little misinputs. Well, no, that was not misinputs, DNA. That was just me. That was just me picking the wrong place and time to do a Threadstorm. That's all that was. Nothing more complicated than that. I'm taking my time to do a silk charge up here, though. And I should probably give myself a couple lifebloods. Or at least one, maybe two. We'll just be safe about it. Just be safe about it. Don't fuck around. If there is anything that I am missing along the way here, feel free to remind me. If I had realized that I was so close to the bellway, I probably would have just not filled up those masks so that I could sit at the bench and get my pins back. Maybe I should still sit at the bench and get my pins back. At the very least, we're opening this up. Maybe I could afford this bench. The convenience of having the nearby bench. But I don't think I need it. I mean, we're probably going to want to make a trip back to... We're going to want to make a trip back to... What's-his-face? Our Plasmium dude. Before we do, like, Legoli or something, probably. So let's just go ahead and sit at a bench. You are starting Expedition 33 next month. Yo, you've got your red silk neck scarf ready to go. Awesome. So excited. It's an experience. It's one of the good ones for sure. Looking forward to checking you out. Enjoying the Expedition 33. Oh, by the way, Ola, before I forget, when is your next Ocarina stream? Do you know? If you don't know, it's fine. I don't want to put you on the spot, but I do want to make a mental note to try to not miss that. Tomorrow? Okay, I will try to catch the Saturday Ola stream for a little bit of the water temple action. I like the sound of that. I will be getting the apostate key, correct. We will get apostate key. We will get the quest for Longclaw. We might as well knock out the craft medal at the end of the line. All that stuff is on the docket, as well as bringing home Vogue. We'll do all the things because why not while we're here? Why not? I'm going back to the bench. I'm not going to start out with a hit from one of those guys. No, but then I have to go back to the... I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. I'm saving my money. Am I being too greedy by saving my money? I probably am. Because we have a lot of... I'm just going to open up the bench there. It's fine. I'm going to open up the bench there. We have a lot of money. Don't be stingy. We love Vogue, but also hate at the Fleet games. Vogue and that stupid dodge Fleet game. So what I could do is I could actually avoid this mosquito altogether, right? You, on the other hand, I have to back up into you. There you go. This guy doesn't lead anywhere, I don't think, but this guy gets us the map. Not that it does us much good without a quill, but we take it still. Gotta go walk the dog. Good luck, don't die. We'll do our best, Sparky. Say hi to Apollo for me. Yo, JV Racing Vids, how you doing? It's been a little while since I've seen that name in chat or comments. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome into our Steel Soul adventure, which we are still hanging in there on run number 1. Hopefully it's not going to come to its end here in the ducks. The putrefied ducks are putrefied indeed. But we're going to try our best to make it through. Yeah, I mean, why would you not come and get the apostate key when it's just a short little... I think you might have just been reminding me, Riley, just in case I forgot, right? Because it's so easy to get, you might as well get it. And you might as well go ahead and get this stuff over here as well. Including, you know, you might as well even take a dip in the water, in the water here, because you've got a bench nearby. You might as well get those shell shards. Even though it costs you a little bit of silk. Is that trade-off worth it? Maybe, maybe not. Who's to say?
Hironare.
Doing good, been busy with work, finally taking a little vacation. Gonna grind the new Doom DLC. There is a Doom DLC. I hope you enjoy your vacation. That sounds awesome. Gotta have that time off.
Nesvia.
And a Doom DLC. Would you be mad at me if I said I have never once played Doom or any Doom related game, Doom franchise game at all? I have not done it. I played the original Half-Life, but I also have not played like Duke Nukem. There's some older shooters that I never played, and I think it was just because like we weren't allowed. we were sheltered growing up, and certain games and franchises were off the table.
Caspin.
The Simpsons was another one. I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons. Bart was not the example that my parents wanted me to emulate. And if I'm being honest, if I had children, I probably wouldn't want them emulating Bart Simpson either. So, I don't know. There's part of me that's like, you know, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. By the by, do you want to nudge about a secret to the Hunter's Quest? Sure. If you got a good nudge prepared, I'm happy to hear that. I'm guessing it has to do with like some interactions that I haven't thought of. Weapon interactions or tool interactions that would help us get the various quest items. So I'm more than game to hear some variety, introduce some variety into our Huntress's quest. Oh yes, okay, this is our way forward. I would not be upset, LOL, but Doom was the first video game I ever played on my grandmother's computer in the 90s, so it has a soft spot in my heart. It was on your grandmother's computer? I'm guessing she was not a Doom player herself, but I don't know. Maybe your grandma had some, maybe she was a hardcore gamer. Great FPS games. I'd recommend giving them a try. I will give it some thought, but the backlog is large, my friend. Do that quest in Act 3? Do that quest in Act 3. Are you saying that I should just drop it right now? Because this is a good shout. Riley agrees. Interesting. Would you... Well, I can't drop it, can I? I actually can't drop it. That's not how this game works. It's not World of Warcraft. I have the quest now, but I don't think I'm screwed. You just want me to wait to work on it or complete it? It's fine that you've already picked it up. No need to drop. Just do it in Act 3. As in, collect the organs in Act 3, right? We're not talking about, like, collecting all the organs in Act 2 and then turning in the organs in Act 3. We actually want to collect the organs during Act 3, is what it sounds like. Okay. I'm fine with that. Sounds good. Ola knows about this. You know about this as well. This is okay. All right. I'm interested. You will see. Okay. My curiosity is piqued. I'm ready to know. I'm ready to see. Things usually go so much smoother against those guys. But we're playing Steel Soul. So of course shit doesn't go smoothly. I need lifeblood masks. Just to be safe. We're gonna go fill up with our plasmium duder. So spend your plasmium. There's a bug up here, isn't there? Isn't there a mosquito up above me? That's normally how it goes. That's normally how that business goes. You do come my way. God damn it. This enemy sucks, dude. It's the worst enemy. Give me primal aspids over these fuckers. Yes, I said it. That's the thing about primal aspids, as annoying as they are, they're so much more predictable. They are so infinitely more predictable. Careful what you wish for. I know. Careful what you wish for, but I would be totally fine if every single squit, whatever the hell it's called here, spit squit, every single one of those fuckers was replaced with a primal aspid. I'd be happy. If you dream nail those mosquitoes, they give you rosaries? As in, wait, for real? You mean you needle in them? It would be like literally the only enemy in the game that I've seen that does that. We've definitely done the needle in against these guys, right? I think that's a troll. Cheese, are you trolling me? Not gonna lie, primal aspids would be easy to deal with in Silksong. I hadn't even thought about that, the fact that they might just be easier to deal with because of Hornet's mobility. I wasn't even thinking about that. But you might be right. It has to be a troll. Okay. Yeah. Getting me to play around with the primal aspids here. What I can do, though, is lure you guys into... Lure you up here. That's what we can do. Lure you up into Barnack, Bill. Come on. Come on. There we go. I can't believe all the times that I've practiced going through this zone, this is actually the first time that I thought to do that with those two mosquitoes specifically. How did I not think of that before? That's so much easier than trying to battle your way through those fuckers. Alright, so now, we go get the craft metal, right? We go get the craft metal first. It means I respawn the mosquitoes, but we get the craft metal. He didn't just blindly believe, yay, he's learning. Chat is killing my belief in humanity. My desire to be a trusting person. Chat is slowly whittling that down, grinding it into nothingness. Hello, cool person, I have returned. Welcome back, Fume Knight. Welcome back. We're feeding that Barnack, man. That Barnack is not hungry anymore. Definitely not as hungry as I'm starting to become as it gets closer and closer to my dinner time. Good, give in to your anger, yes. That's why Twitch chat exists, Sola. This is very true. That it's taken this long to grind it down is quite impressive, really. Oh. I lasted this long, at least. There's one more sucker to deal with here, isn't there? Barnax. Barnax to the rescue. We go to... Let's see. We go left first because this opens up the pathway. Right? And it has rosaries, I guess. These are like the only rosaries in the zone, other than the magical rosaries that come out when you dream nail. Imagine if we actually had a dream nail. Imagine if that actually existed. Good luck getting one of those stupid mosquitoes to sit still long enough for you to dream nail it, though. Oh my god, I bonked on the Barnac. What am I doing here? Lock in. Lock in. We go get the reef. And then we get Bog. Yeah. So this makes so much sense now. But I have to say, the first time that I was here, I totally thought... I don't have them in my journal yet because we haven't gone to Bilewater. But the Stilken Trappers, I think is what they're called. I thought that this was one of those. I thought this is... Doesn't this kind of look like a Stilken Trapper? I guess the giveaway is like the kind of... well, there's several giveaways, right? The biggest giveaway of all is zooming out and taking a look and seeing like, hey, this whole structure, this habitat behind here looks like one of the pinstresses. And there's a pin in the background over there. The whole scene, if you take it in its entirety, and then you take the Needlin interaction, and you see that the ghost is actually holding a pin, talking about dear sisters, feared by all. I should have put this together, but I totally... Tunnel vision. I tunnel visioned on the idea that, oh, this looks like a Stilken Trapper, and then every other possibility just flew out of my mind. But it's so obvious now. It's so obvious. I know. The Silk Song is probably the biggest giveaway of all, but even then, I still didn't get it. Isn't Mount Fae Mommy a moth? Mount Fae... That's actually a good question. I don't know. Do we know for sure? Feel free to tell me. Do we know what creature is actually at the top of Mount Fae that gives us our wonderful cloak? I actually am not sure. I'd never really given it that much thought. It would maybe make sense that it's a moth. It's very, like, moth... Do moths have fur? What do they have? It's very, you know, comfy. Are moths comfy? Sort of. Oh, I see that Andy was asking, are there any moth characters in Silksong? It is some kind of animal called a Faeforn in the game. Not sure what, if any, real animal it's based on. And I assume that Faeforn is from the game files. Because unless it's actually referenced in the game, but it sounds like one of those that's been data mined. Okay, so I need to jump and not trigger the... Oh, you're right here. I was gonna say, I don't want to use my... God damn it. I don't want to use my whatchamacallit. This thing. I don't want to hit you with my Sawtooth Circlet. Too low. No, okay, we're fine. I actually could go to the very next one. No. At least it puts me here. At least it puts me right here. Okay, we made it. We made it. Faeforn comes from the item text. Maybe the Fae Down cloak. Moths are comfy, but not as comfy as you. I was thinking that that sentence was going to end, but not as comfy as you think. And then my curiosity was like, huh? How would you know? And then that sentence took a twist that I wasn't expecting. Good. You got me, Fume Knight. You got me. Faithforn. I remember theorizing if Silksong would have anything that wasn't explicitly a bug as a character, but thought they'd all be gigantic in comparison. Have anything that wasn't a bug as a character, but thought they'd all... I'm not sure I understand that sentence. It is... Wait, it's in the description of the...
Renata.
Wait, what? It's in the description of the Fey Down cloak?
Shasha.
You've got to be kidding me. Did I literally never read this? I'm actually sitting here stunned right now. Is my camera covering this? I'm sorry, my webcam is in the way. Partly in the way, but you can kind of see it. You can kind of see where it says Fae. It says Faithforn, trust me. I can't believe that I didn't read this because I was doing my best, at least I thought, to read all of these little flavor things. Did we never read the Fey Down cloak? What? It's a Faithforn. There it is. It's just plain as day. Protective garb lined with the soft down of a Faithforn and sewn through with flexible spines. Wow.
Olinkov.
I can't. I can't believe it, guys. I cannot believe it. There you go. There you go. Unbelievable. Yay! We made it through the ducks. We made it through the ducks. We made it. We made it. We got the craft medal. We got the. We got Vogue. We got the wreath. I think we got all the things. I think we're done with the ducks for now. I think. I just meant I wondered if the Hollow Knight world would introduce non-bug characters. Oh, I see. But I feel like seeing any other kinds of animals would be huge in comparison. That's, yeah, okay, I get your point now. I get your point. Everything by implication is a bug. But some bugs are bigger than others. Chef Legoli time? Is it Chef Legoli time, guys? Is it Chef Legoli time? Is it Chef Legoli time? It might be. But I would want to give at least a couple more attempts, practice attempts. What do you guys think? Should we do Legoli? We should at least go and, I think we can, let's go back actually to what's her face, because now that we've saved Jubilana, I think there might be a spool fragment or something that we get from her. I think we can buy a spool fragment from Jubilana, at the very least. And we need to refill the vial. That's true. So we go to Professor Tylenol. There you. That's what you were saying earlier about. I saw the xylitol Tylenol, and I didn't make the connection at first, but that's the guy's name is xylitol, aka Tylenol. It is true that down is actually bird feathers. So I guess the Faithforn would have to be some kind of bird. So maybe there's your non-bug character. Andy.
Oh, no.
Okay. Spool fragment, we're definitely taking. And I think that's it. And I don't think, other than our Plasmium fill-up, there's any other upgrades that we're going to get. So we go to the Wormways. You see, the Minifin? I get it, Ola. I get it. I think I get it. I think I see the Minifin. Y'all are cracking me up today. Chat is cooking. You heard someone theorize that xylitol is based on axolotl? Axolotl? Which is a type of salamander? Stupid nurse joke, my bad. You got a chuckle out of me. So what does that say about me? I'm gonna make a great father one day. Ola with the ultimate dad joke collection. Am I going the right way here? I do not have my compass. That's why am I looking at the map. I think I'm going the right way. Right-ish. The only thing I could have done different would have been to put Sharp Dart on. Expedite my travel here just a little bit. Now, there is some help in looking at the map because it does at least give you this reminder that you are not yet in the part of the wormways that requires a key. So that much at least. It does help direct me. Yo. Oh. I don't remember this being here. Did I find this, guys? I don't know if y'all remember. Did I find this? Did I? I know I found one of those, right? But I feel like I found one that was like in the lower part of the wormways. We do have Sharp Dart, Riley. You might have missed that. I don't know, but we do have Sharp Dart. I could have equipped it. Wait. No, wait. I am not in the right spot. I am not in the spot that I thought I was. I could have sworn that this was the way to Mr. What's-his-face. I could have sworn this was the way. And I would be wrong. I guess I got one more level to go up. I don't remember that lifeblood being there, though, maybe I didn't come back often enough to the wormways to see... God damn it. To see all of the various spawns. I remember I at least saw one, but I just thought it was in the lower part of the act. Did you miss that as well, Riley? Oh, no, I'm sorry. You missed the Sharp Dart. Sorry. I thought you meant the Lifeblood pickup. They do spawn nearer to Bone Grave in Act 3. I don't know if I knew that particular one existed. I don't think I did either. But it's because I took a wrong turn. I thought it was in a spot that was, like, right below here. I thought this is where I was. And I was like, there's not a Lifeblood cocoon here. I was in the wrong spot. And that threw me off. But I don't think I found that one before either. All right, my friend, fill me up. Yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, that's... that sound effect. Oh, that sound effect. What do you guys think? Should we do another practice run, or should we just YOLO it? Should we... YOLO Goliath. My Sawtooth Circlet can trigger those platforms. The day I learned. The answer is always practice run. I know, guys. Thank you, guys, for the, I was expecting a little bit out of chat already, you know, the troll attitude that chat's in. I kind of half expected most people to be like, YOLO! But I thank you. I thank you all for being responsible chatters with our Steel Soul run here. We've made it this far already. It would be a shame to not do our due diligence, right? So we shall. Practice with max lifeblood, maybe? What's the point with practicing with max lifeblood? Isn't it better to practice with no lifeblood? So then when you have the max lifeblood on, you've given yourself a safety barrier that you previously didn't, and you've just increased your odds even more. That's how I look at it, at least. To me, I want to practice without lifeblood. Putting the weight on the baseball bat. I'm probably the only one that gets that reference. But you swing with a weighted bat. We just keep falling down. I think chat is being more conservative because YOLO. Wait, am I getting reverse logic here? Is that what's going on, maybe? How much longer am I live? Yeah, not that much longer. If we do Legoli, it's probably going to be the last thing I do. So yeah, good point that we should do a practice run to be safe. Now, at the same time, I haven't opened up the way to Legoli, but of course that's not going to be too much trouble. Famous last words. We're here to degrade your view in humanity, not here to be reckless. Okay. Fair distinction. In order to get where I want to go, I am going to need to go to Bellheart. No, I want to go to Greymoor. We don't run into the Moorwing. Be very careful about going through the middle of this room and spawning a Moorwing. Oh, the quest. I forgot the quest from the Huntress, which we're not supposed to do until Act 3. So I won't pick those up. Wreath. Do I want Sawtooth Circlet or Injector Band? I should probably go Injector Band, right? Oh, but am I... Okay, we're gonna go and get the bench. We'll go and get the bench in Sinner's Road, and then we'll retech. We'll retech once we get to the bench. This is not the Legoli tech. Let's just establish that bench in Sinner's Road, and then we'll go from there. We also have Pill to rescue. So maybe we like take care of that first. But also, we are short on time, so I probably need to be... Maybe we'll save Pill for next time. Now that I have a wreath, though, I can go down here, because I think there are some shards to get. Is that true? Rosaries, even. Except I don't have my... This is one time I need my magnetite brooch. Nothing over here. Let's go... Since we're here, let's just open up... Let's go ahead and open up the way. Finally pick up these shards and take this off my map. Take this off as well. Oh, we have tax as well, don't we? To pick up here. We have so many Sinner's Road tasks that have been delayed. Oh, Riley. Okay, so you can collect the things. So I actually was correct originally, where I thought that maybe it was a possibility that you just turn it in Act 3. Okay. Okay. Because I know that the way that we did it in the first playthrough, which is Act 2, then she ends up dead in Act 3. Presumably because her brood hatched and ate her. Or at least that's what I presumed. Maybe that was wrong. Oh, but you know what? I forgot this bench. I forgot this is a troll bench. We can do this, right? We can do this with hunters, right? We got plasmium. We can do this, right? I forgot it's a troll bench, guys. That's oh my god. I totally forgot it's a troll bench. We have double jump now as well. This will be fine. We got claw line. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Claw line especially really makes this easier. Oh my god. Claw line is like trivializing for this. And Ascendant Script as well. That's not bad. Ascendant Script ain't bad. That was so much easier than trying to do that without either of those things. My god. Good night. Never mind. Well, okay. Almost didn't quite make it. Not to mention Wreath of Purity helps as well. Okay, easy peasy. You can do this. Thank you for the encouragement, DNA. Muckroaches are just little playful little puppies, said no one ever. They kind of do act like that, though. They're just puppies that munch your face off. Okay, now let's go back to the practice file. And I will, while we're doing this, I will sit back down. I've been standing long enough now. Fortunately, that bench was not a problem at this point, Riley. I totally forgot that we did not have it, though. But thankfully, claw line and double jump are a thing. Okay. Did I save this? Oh, I saved this after the Lagoli win, didn't I? I'm gonna have to do an Alt F4 here. Or go back into the Steel Soul file, maybe. Because I think I got this, No, I didn't. We are before the Lagoli win. Okay, cool. Nice. So yeah, we're good to go. Are we sticking with Pimpillos and shards? Am I doing it this way? I have the architects, right? I think we are. I think we're sticking with this. I think we're sticking with this. Do you have a standing desk as well, Ola? I've never seen you use it. I don't know if you use it for streaming at all, but it is amazing. It's so good to have it. You do have a tendency to dodge IRL when you're standing? Oh my god. I've not seen that. Oh, I love that. It's amazing. Bear in mind, you don't have quick sling in the steel soul. Oh. You're exactly right. Okay. In that case, then, we need to practice without... If we're doing this now, we don't have the sling. Does that change how I do things? Maybe not. Or at least not significantly enough where I don't want to do this right now. Because the dual sling doesn't impact my plasmium file, which was kind of the big consideration that I had when I first thought of this Architect's Crest setup. I know, it's in the heart of Bilewater. Yeah, we're not going to do that this stream. I had been thinking about getting that relatively soon, but it's not going to be something that we can do today. So, let's change our setup. Thank you for that, Riley. Good call. So if we're not doing quick sling, then we're doing injector band. Pretty easy sub. Yup. We'll practice without dice, so we don't rely on dice in the practice run, but we will use dice in the regular run. Steel Soul. Gotta remember, I have claw line. Claw line, so nice. I guess another thing I do have on this file that I don't have on the other is a second Silk Heart. Because I guess on this particular playthrough, I did beat the Unraveled as, like, the first thing that I did in the Citadel. And I quickly realized after 5 deaths, like, this is not something that I'm going to be doing on Steel Soul right away. I don't need that Silk Heart that bad. I do not need it that badly. Okay, so we don't have the double throughput from my tools, but that kind of means that I get to maybe spam them a little bit more, maybe. Oh, we did do the thing. I'm such a dingus. I just didn't pick it up. God damn it. Sorry, Chad. Sorry, Chad. I forgot that this is how this works. 1 second. One moment here. Silly, silly me. Let's get the proper save file in place. And now I will do the Alt F4 and get us back in. You don't think we'll need it? The dual sling, that is? Probably not. This boss should be, especially with all the plasmium that we're going to have. We're going to have like 10 masks. Maybe 12. I guess we'll just go the full deal, right? We'll do a reserve craft mine and just go 12 masks. Assuming it'll let me. I don't know if there's a cap on masks or something. Now, we should be pre-Lagoli. Stink shards. Like I could, there is an argument to say just threefold pins and grenades and just have at it. There is an argument for that. Like I could just go this and this. Because I do like threefold pins. I'll stick with the setup that we were going before. I'll stick with this. We'll stick with the same old setup. No. Did that wrong. I did that wrong. I did that wrong again, too. I keep doing up. I keep doing up. I don't know how I'm dodging those. How the hell did I dodge those? How the hell did I do that? I don't know why I decided to dodge into you. I am not... Damn it. I'm supposed to be throwing a grenade at you. I'm supposed to be throwing a grenade at you. Jeez. Even with that sloppy ass terrible attempt, I did use a couple lifeblood masks. We still were not really, I mean, we were in a little bit of trouble, but we're gonna have so much lifeblood. I feel like I don't need to do any more practice. I'll do one more though. I'll do one more. I'll do an Alt F4 so we don't save, but we'll just do one more just to be safe, because you know how this works. Steel Soul is going to be a different story. You might need to put that file in a different slot. Maybe I should, because I keep doing that. I keep going for it. Like, it should be easier to pull the trigger with the grenades in RB, but I have muscle memory built up that either, like, I have a ranged projectile in my up RB. Maybe I should just change it. Maybe I should just change it, and I'll put the plasmium file in the center where I'm less likely to actually do it. Because I have all this muscle memory with other crests. You might be right, Riley. It feels wrong to do, but I think it might be the smart thing. It might be the smart thing. Oh, the theme for the goalie is called Cut Through, and it actually has 3 variations. One base 1, one for Grohl, and one for Unraveled. Oh, interesting. We're on the old file, Sparky. Sparky walks in thinking, oh my god, he's about to lose the run. We got Sparky. How was the walk? Hope you both enjoyed it. And yeah, this is why we are fine-tuning. I don't think there's going to... We're hoping that there's not going to be any Monka-S moments in this fight, Sparky, because we're going to have a whole bunch of Plasmium at our disposal. And right now I'm practicing without Plasmium. Even without... Basically without Plasmium, I have been accidentally using Plasmium. Which is a whole different story. I use Tax. What am I doing? Okay. We'll have Tax, but I should have Sting Shards. I should have Sting Shards. I'm gonna go back. Fuck it. It's just right there. Just run back. It's not gonna take you but 2 seconds. Go back. It's literally right there. Just put the dang Sting Shards on. Damn it. Keep missing with that grenade, goddammit. Fortunately, it's only one grenade this time. Oh, shit. Goddammit. Okay. I think we're going to be fine, guys. I think we're going to be fine. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to take the practice mode off. Taking it off, and we're getting in there. Time to get it done. And everything will be fine. Time for the real deal. But when you have so much Plasmium at your disposal, don't let it, the thing is, I have to be careful not to let the Plasmium lull me into not focusing. Don't let it do that. You still need to lock in. Lock the fuck in. We are putting Papillo in this row up here, though, because I definitely, once again, defaulted to that up RB, and it just felt so natural. Thank you for the good luck, Sparky. You struggled here so much. I remember apologizing to chat for the things I said while fighting Lagoli. What Chris were you using? Remember to go in with full silk as well. You don't generate much during the fight. Yes, that's another thing I was fighting without. I was using the handicap of not using the little mite to power up my silk. Fill up my silk before going in. We will do that this time. Especially because we're going to be filling up on Plasmium. You were using the Wanderer's Crest. I could see that one being a little problematic for this fight because the reach, Lagoli is really one that wants to bait you in close and then lunge at you. You get in close with the Wanderers, and then all of a sudden you're getting smacked in the face. And you get smacked in the face with not just the big belly, but the nasty maggots. Not doing a whole lot of grabbing the wall, but there's really not any other yellow charm that's really going to make much of a difference here. So, Ascendance Grip it is. Needle so short, belly so big. Exactly. Okay. I only have the one claw line here. Let me not overthink this. I will come back after I've de-aggroed those guys. And this is where we fill up on Silk. Should probably get those shards, I guess. Might as well grab at least a couple of them. Yeah, the rat. The rat is here for a reason. Oh, and we get the shredded organs if we do it like that. So then I will get those shredded organs. Might as well. Unless it only gets me 1 bar of silk. Oh, never mind. It only gets me 1 bar of silk. Okay. Back to doing single hits. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our fill up here. That does cost a lot of shards. So I'll probably be doing some off-camera shard grinding. Possibly. We have a lot in our inventory. Maybe I don't have to do that much grinding. Right? We've got beast shards and shard bundles. And we can always, the thing is, I can always do rosary grinding, right? And maybe this is more efficient. To just do the rosary grinding and go and buy the shard bundles from one of the vendors that sells them. That's the better way, isn't it? I just realized that. That's probably what y'all have been doing this whole time already. For those of you that have needed to do a shard grind. That's gotta be the way, right? Rosary grinding is indeed more effective. I would have to think. I would have to think. Do one more vial, you know what happens? Oh! I didn't think of it, but I think I might know what happens. Let's find out. I think it, well, my guess is... Wait, what the fuck? What the fuck? You guys knew about this. He did it. Don't give me that smiley face, Ola. What the fuck? Welcome to the Blue Man Group. What? Remember how Pale King said lifeblood is taboo? Plasmified Hornet? Is this a good thing or a bad thing? What have I've lost all my masks. What? This can't be good. What happens if I put on another one? I can't put on anymore. Wait, what? Go take damage and find out? No way, it's a high blood effect? Whoa, it's a high blood effect. Oh my god. What? It's better than high blood? That's kind of what I'm thinking, Riley. Riley says you should probably not do the fight in this state, but definitely experiment with it, maybe on your other save. Because we can't get all these wonderful, comforting lifeblood, extra lifeblood masks, but DNA is saying it's better than high blood, regens twice as fast, and all the masks? Oh. Oh. Oh, hello. It actually refills to full. Whoa. I should have used this for traveling to the nameless town. Oh my god. Holy shit. Well, we definitely have not practiced in exactly this state, but we have sort of practiced in this state. Right? We practiced without lifeblood masks at all. Now, I presume that if I heal, it's not gonna like... If I were to just take damage, let's say I take like 3 masks, and then I decide, you know what? I don't want to wait for this. I'm gonna heal. The heal does not work the same way. It only heals 1 mask. Oh. How did you know about this, Ola? It only heals 1. That's kind of a big deal. This was one of the big secrets we've been waiting for you to discover. Was hoping it would be fully organic, but the nudges didn't spoil at least. Oh my god. You guys kept this such a secret. I'm shocked right now. If I go sit at the bench, it resets it, right? I think we have to reset it. But this is interesting. DNA thinks it's worth it. Riley votes no. DNA votes yes. It's just that it gives us like let me check again how quick this is. Let's see how quick this is. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1. It's like 5 to 6 seconds to regen 1 mask. And you only get to bind 1 mask when you really want to heal. ASAP. Oh, NPCs react to plasmified state, by the way? Interesting. Tell me no more just yet. There's obviously a couple that I can think of, or at least one, I guess. Mr. Tylenol. That's one we'd have to go back and talk to, right? I feel like this is long. 6 seconds is a long time for 1 mask to heal in a boss fight. I think I'm with Sparky and Riley that this is just... If shit goes sideways, that's the one thing that can kill you in Steel Soul, right? Is when shit goes sideways. And I don't want shit to go sideways. I'm all about that. I'm all about that risk mitigation. So, let me ask this. Do Benjin and Cruel react to me being plasmified? If they do, we'll go talk to them and turn in our tax quest. I can see the argument for it, DNA, and if this were a boss that I had practiced a lot more religiously, and I felt like, okay, I definitely am not going to take damage for 6 seconds or 12 seconds or whatever, however much I need to replenish my health, then I would maybe give it a shot. But this is not a strict upside, right? Okay, Benjamin Cruel don't react. Okay. We prefer our shit to be vertical, thank you. Oh my god. I can... you guys knew that this was... Plasmified. Is that literally what it's called? Plasmified state. Wow. How many masks did I have to get there? What was the breaking point? Was it 9? Because I think we'll just go for 8 if that's the case. You call it overdosing? Oh my god, we OD'd. We freaking OD'd. 9 plasmia masks makes you plasmified. So we go for 8. We go for 8. We go for 8. 8 should be more than enough. I do love, though, that you guys got to see that unspoiled moment of reaction, because holy shit, you got me good. That is such a... I'm wondering now, is there any way to do this besides the Architect's Crest? Is the Architect's Crest the only way that you can... Or can you actually get... like maybe the fully upgraded... No, we have full up... No, we don't have the full satchel, do we? What am I saying? Not satchel, but the pouch capacity. Maybe with the 4th, you could actually do 9? No, it's at 6 right now. It wouldn't get you to 9. Can only be done with Architects. Wow. What was the new interaction that I had at the start of the stream? It was one involving Garmond and Zaza. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, Ola. If you don't mind being spoiled, I can explain what it was. It's one that is easy to miss if you are a thorough quest completionist like me. Does Plasmium State work with Poison Sac? I suspect that it wouldn't, Atinyakop, because you would not be able to get all 9 masks before at least one of them exploded, right? You wouldn't be able to get the full 9 masks before you lose some of your lifeblood. Plasmium. Oh, there are lifeblood cocoons. That's right. So you can do it with other crests if you go out of your way to get those lifeblood cocoons. That's really interesting. Okay, let's do this. Like, we want to get the empty file, don't we? But I do want to be careful not to trigger Plasmified accidentally during the fight. So I think what I do is I heal here. I do the craft bind here, and then I empty my file. Although I probably should have... I'll get a little bit more silk first, just in case I get hit by the rat. This might change the map a little bit. Okay, so now... Yeah, the poison sac that makes your tools purple. The problem with that one is that the masks explode after some amount of time, right? So you wouldn't be able to get up to 9 masks before some of them are just being destroyed. Craft mind. We're almost out of Plasmium already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that puts us to 8. And, is it just me, or are the masks, like, jittering around more than usual? Because you're close to being overdosed. That's funny. Okay, now, the empty Plasmium file, we just throw this thing, right? Oh, no, never mind. Okay, I was getting trolled. I thought it was gonna do the Fleet Brew thing, where I could throw it at somebody. In which case I should have saved it for the fight. Shaman would be the only exclusion. Because, of course, you can't equip Plasmium File. Unless Team Cherry adds a way to get more of it in the DLC. More Life Plus, sure. It would be too powerful with Shaman, is what you're saying, Riley? Because then you would be able to spend all your silk. You'd no longer need any silk for healing. You could just devote it all to your OP silk spells. That's funny. Okay. Now, I do have to be a little bit mindful here if I, for some reason, want to craft bind in the fight. I don't think I'm going to craft bind, though. I think we'll be okay with just the tools that we've got. So, just take it slow. Keep moving methodically and doing what you're doing. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Time to lock in, folks. Let's do our stretch. Deep breath. We got this. We got this, Ola. It is time. It is time to do the thing. Clocking in. Just do it like you did in practice. No big deal. I still miss those guys. God damn it. God damn it. Of course, immediately takes damage from them. Immediately takes damage. Did I actually get a seared organ because I killed with the Pimpillo? Yes, I did. Still somehow managed to make that a little too interesting, guys. A little too interesting. A little too interesting. This Steel Soul, man, it does something to your brain. I swear to God, it does something to your brain. And things just don't work the way that they did before. Things just don't work the same way. We made it, though. I did admit, thank God the Pimpillo exists. It turned out to be a good choice for this fight. Got me clenching at the end there. Me too. Me too as well. Holy shit. Thank you for the GG, Sparky. Ah, Akinar always insisting on increasing the tension in the Steel Soul run. I don't even think this is... I don't even think this is my doing, Mabian. I think this is just the nature of this game mode. It's just... has drama built into it. God damn it. Let's see if we can make it back to the bench. We'll play it safe here. And we'll play it safe and get ourselves some heals before we go back to the bench. Now we go back. Oh my God, guys. That is where... gotta do it for the views. Holy shit. I am maybe becoming a true content creator. Did we land every single Pimpillo hit, though? Yo. Let's go, if that's the case. I love the sound of that. We spent almost all of our beast shards and all our plasmium, but we got to get a fun new, fun interaction. We became plasmified. We OD'd. Goddamn, we went too far with the plasmium. Holy shit. Yeah, that would not have been... I think we would have died if we'd have been plasmified. I think that would have been the end of the run. But I do know for sure it's not the end of the run, but it is the end of the stream. This is where we're going to wrap up this installment of Steel Soul as my hand is shaking. The Souls shakes, the Steel Soul. If the Souls shakes are a thing, the Steel Soul shakes are on another level. Guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. We've had a 3.5-hour stream today. Nothing too crazy, but definitely longer than what we normally do. But I wanted to do a little bit of a longer stream to make up for the sort of missed stream earlier in the week. Riley, Ola, DNA, Mabian, Sparky, Itanyakov, and all the other fun folks that have been here. Andy, Fume Knight, DD, hope your project is going well. A good stream today. We managed to have some fun reactions. We had a great moment with Garmond and Zaza. And then we had a little bit of drama in Chef Lagoli, but we've gotten at least the hardest, probably the most dangerous part of our Great Taste of Fairloom is out of the way. So, next time we will be pressing forward with that quest, as well as finishing up the rest of things, the rest of the things that we have to do here in Sinner's Road. And we have finally a Wreath of Purity to do it with. But yes, thank y'all for joining me. And yo, is that a Snakes that I see in chat? Oh my god, yes, the actual Fume Knight was here. Snakes, it is so good to see your name in chat, friend. If you've been lurking, thank you for the lurk. If you're just showing up now, thank you for showing up. I hope you're having a great time and about to have a great weekend. Snakes with like the best username still that I've ever seen on Twitch. Snakes, you filthy animal. And that's a perfect way to end the stream. We're going to wrap things up there. And man, the run is still going, but good lord. Ooh, I was thinking, we're definitely going to be able to, some of these bosses are going to be so trivial because we can just fill up on like infinite plasmium masks. I even think I asked chat. I was like, or I said something about, unless there's a max, is there a max on masks? And nobody said anything. You all were probably thinking like, oh, wait till he finds out. Just chat sitting there. Just wait till he finds out. Biowater next time. Oh god, maybe. No, we don't have to go to Biowater for anything. What are you talking about? Sands of Karak is more like what you meant. Yeah, Sands of Karak probably. Okay. Like that time I tricked B into overcharming. Did you do that? I don't know if I was there for that stream. Was I there for that? I might have missed it. That's great. That's exactly what they did to me, Snakes. They tricked me into ODing and overcharming. As always, thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.